This isn't your average cleaning video. This isn't about products or routines. This is about grief. It's about what happens when the people you love the most are suddenly gone, but the world keeps spinning like nothing ever happened. I lost my mom and then my sister, both to cancer, both within 6 months of each other. And for a while, I couldn't move, I couldn't pray, I couldn't smile. I was just surviving. But one day, I walked in this house. I picked up one item and I decided this mess, this chaos, does not have to reflect what's happening on the inside of me anymore. I started to declutter my grief. I did not do it all at once, and I'm still not done. But this was my step. It was my step towards peace, and I want to share it with you. When grief enters the room, it takes up all the space. And I don't just mean emotionally. For me, it took over my entire home. Clothes that I hadn't touched in weeks. Piles of things I told myself I'd get to. Half-finished projects. Unopened mail. Don't get me started with the mail. Baskets of laundry. So many baskets. Just kept avoiding it. Everything around me reflected how I felt inside. Overwhelmed. Sad. Stuck. Forgotten. Left. I didn't have the words for what I was feeling. But my body, it remembered every hug from my mom. And every laugh from my sister. And it carried the weight of their absence. So, I started small. I did not plan it. I did not schedule it. I just stood in one room and said, Father, help your servant. My sister used to say this all the time, all the way down to her last breath. Help your servant. The first thing I picked up, it reminded me of a moment I never wanted to forget. So I cried and cried, but I kept going, one item at a time, one prayer at a time. I created a space, physically and emotionally. It wasn't about being productive or getting things done. It was about recognizing my pain, which I never recognized. I just get through life. It was recognizing my pain while making room for healing. The Bible says to love your neighbor as you love yourself. But truthfully, I didn't know how to correctly love myself. I was so used to giving. I had poured and poured out to everyone around me. Even in my pain that no one knew I was having. But I didn't know how to be kind to me. So this was me learning and embracing that I matter, my peace matters, and my healing matters. Every item I picked up was a conversation between me and God. And boy, did I miss that between us. I asked him things like, do I need this? Is this helping me heal? Or am I holding on to this because I'm afraid to let go? Oh, trust me, I cleaned house. I mean, I got some empty walls and shelves now, but it feels so good. And some days, I stopped halfway through. Some days, I didn't even do 5 minutes, but every day was a step. It was a step toward joy. a joy that I didn't think I would ever feel again. This is what I'm learning. That healing doesn't come all at once. Actually, it comes in gentle waves, in quiet decisions, in rooms like this, where you finally say, I deserve to breathe again. If you're grieving right now, I see you, young man, young woman. I feel you. I want to tell you, you do not have to rush your healing. But don't be afraid to start it. Even if it's just by folding a blanket or picking up a broom. Even if it's just wiping down the counter. Ironically, God meets us in the ordinary. And sometimes He brings us back to life in the most unexpected places. Like a quiet room with a mess that we're finally able to clean. So here I am, decluttering grief, one breath at a time, one moment at a time, one step at a time. And I'm trusting that peace, true peace, is on the other side of this. You know, there's something really vulnerable about letting people see your mess. Okay? Not just the mess on the floor, as you can see, or the clutter in the corners, as you can see, but the emotional mess, the grief that just doesn't make sense, the weight that you carry that you can't explain. I never wanted anyone to see this, trust me. Not this unfinished laundry, piles and piles of it, as you can see. Not the drawers I kept closed because they held too many memories that were just too painful to touch. I mean, I would walk through my house, every creak, everything was a sign of my sister, my mother. This is the house we grew up in. Not the truth of how far I had fallen behind while trying to hold myself together. But something in me knew I needed to record this day. Even though I had no clue why. I did not have any plans to post this. But I just felt like I had the nudge from God. Child, just press record. So I did, as I always do. I live a life of walking in obedience. Sometimes I do it unknowingly. But I didn't know that I was going to do this with this video. I didn't know I would ever show anyone. I didn't think it would make sense to anyone. But I knew it was part of obedience. Part of me choosing to heal out loud. And I have the freedom to do that. Even if my voice shakes. Even if my home isn't perfect. Even if the tears show up again. More than once. I didn't record this to prove that I had it together. I recorded it to prove that I didn't. I recorded this so that someone else will feel less alone in their grief. So someone else might whisper, maybe I can start too. And if it's you, welcome. You don't need to be perfect to begin. You don't even need to have a plan. You just need a little bit of hope, a mustard seed of faith, and the courage to show up, even when your heart feels heavy. This is me, showing up, mess and all. This was my obedience in motion. And I trust that God will use even this to help someone else take their first step too. If this spoke to you, you're not alone. You're healing.
Grace,
Be kind to yourself.
how sweet
You're worth the effort.
the sound
So,
that
subscribe
saved
if you want to walk
a
this journey with me.
wretch
I'm not perfect,
like me.
but I'm here. And I'm healing too.
I once
Light your light.
was lost,